Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through everything I read in the month of April. I've read 9 books in April and we DNF'd 1 book. I found a couple gems and a lot of these are popular book talk books, so if you want my opinion before you go out and buy it, let's just get into it. Okay, first I just want to get the DNF out of the way. Does it hurt? And let me just tell you guys, I'm a hate reader. Yes, when I tell you that I hate to DNF books, if you guys don't know what a hate reader is basically someone who would keep reading a book that they don't like just because they don't want to give up reading it. And that's me. Yep, that's me. I've always been one of those people who would be like, you DNF'd? What do you mean you DNF'd? Like, you clearly bought this book. Why did you just stop reading it? Like, what are you gonna do with it? A lot of times I would just keep on reading something just because I spent money on it, and I feel guilty to just not actually get my use out of it. I DNF'd this literally 70% into it, so you can imagine how long I fought and how much I was just hoping it would just get better. 70% into it, I just couldn't take another minute of this book. I'm starting to think that I might just not be a dark romance girly, okay? I've actually read Haunting Adeline, which is by the same writer, and when I tell you guys, I spent a lot of money buying the duology of Haunting Adeline, and I only read the first book. I was hate reading it, yep. Even though the first book ended on a cliffhanger, I just could not get myself to read the second book. Like, I could not care less. I just felt like the book had no plot. There was barely anything going on except for, you know what? 70% into the book, I just felt like the story was not progressing. The plot was not giving. It just lacked a lot of depth. A lot of the things that the characters did just didn't really make a lot of sense to it. Now, I understand that this is a dark romance, but still, things just weren't connecting. It just wasn't adding up, if you know what I mean. Moving on. The second book I read this month was the one and only Better Than the Movies. Now, oh my gosh, when I tell you guys I love this book, is an understatement. I ate this up, okay? This is an easy 5 stars. I already know this is one of the funniest, most enjoyable reads of 2025 for me. This ate. My favorite thing about this book was the banter. Yeah, the banter was hilarious. It was so exquisite, okay? Okay, first of all, going into it, I did not expect that this was going to be a high school romance. However, it did not disappoint. Let me just tell you, if you're looking for a light-hearted romance that's full of hilarious banter, that's going to have you kicking your feet up, this is one of those books that will literally hook you from the first page until the very last page. Yep, this did not disappoint one bit. This was amazing. Now, the next read, you guys, I cannot believe Powerless by Lauren Roberts was sitting in my TBR for literally 2 months and I never read it. This for me is a god tier book. This was worth every single hype. This was amazing. This book was everything I loved put together in just one book. I don't even understand how I did not read this any sooner. Like, the only upside to this is that now the complete series is out and I can just actually binge it. I've actually already ordered Fearless and I received it today, and oh my god, I'm itching to read it, okay? When we talk about the man in this book, he spits poetry. One of the best fictional men, yeah. Kaiser, he set the bar high, super high. Right now, I'm convinced I'm not going to find a better fictional man than Kai Hazer. This has got to be one of the most entertaining fantasy books I've read in a very, very long time. Lauren Roberts, thank you so much for writing this book that is so easy to read. In case you guys don't know, English is not my first language, and for the longest time ever, I thought all fantasy books were difficult to read. That's just how they're supposed to be in order for them to be captivating and whatnot. Yeah, no, this was so incredibly easy and smooth to read. It was so entertaining and it was so captivating from the get-go. I could literally envision everything happening, unfolding in front of me. That's just how clear and understandable her writing was. Personally, like the fighting scenes, I could just watch every single kick, every single move just unfolding in front of me. The banter in this book was so exquisite. Yeah, God tier book. Next in the Powerless series was the powerful novella. Again, this was one of the most beautiful short stories I've ever read. It was so heartfelt. Personally, it was so sad. I did not cry. It definitely touched my heart, and I want to see Makoto again, okay? I heard a rumor that he actually makes an appearance in Fearless, and if that's the case, I'm so excited, you guys. Because this ended so abruptly with him, I just need to know that he's okay. Yeah. Technically, the second installment in the series is Reckless. Now, Reckless, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about. The chase has definitely dragged out a little too long in this book. Was it boring? Not really. I would say it wasn't as good as Powerless, that's for sure. Was I able to predict the ending of this book? Yeah. Next, in April, we read The Things We Left Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I absolutely love Rebecca Yarros. The Empyrean series, top notch, okay? Now, the thing is, Rebecca Yarros does have a thing for not being very easy to read. Now, and I thought it was just me, but then when I saw other people reviewing her books online, I realized I wasn't alone in this. When I picked up this book, I wanted to cry, okay? I wanted something that was gonna gut me, and I knew this was going to be a historical romance. Was it sad? Yes. Did it make me cry? Not really. This is a historical romance. It has dual timeline, and one is kind of the current timeline and the other one is set in World War II. Loved the World War II timeline. However, I felt like the current timeline wasn't really my favorite. I felt like the characters, like Noah and Georgia, the chemistry wasn't really there. I don't know why, but for some reason I just kept comparing this book to The Nightingale. The Nightingale had me sobbing by the end. Was this book sad? Yes, it was. However, I didn't cry. Next book I read in April was Beach Read. Honestly, don't have a lot to say about this book other than that the banter in this book wasn't really doing it for me. I don't know if it's just me personally, but every time I read like something that was supposed to be funny, it took me a while to understand what they're exactly getting at. Like, honestly, maybe it's just me, you guys, but the banter in this book was good. Maybe it just wasn't for me. Next, we've got Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Now, this is my very first book from Abby Jimenez, and oh my god, you guys, I love this. I ate this up, okay? Something about her writing style that just did it for me. This is one of those romance stories that I personally felt like I had a touch of realistic in it, and oh my god, like, yeah, Abby Jimenez is definitely now one of my all-time favorite romance writers. I've already ordered Yours Truly and Just for the Summer, and I cannot wait to read them. Like, I found myself a new favorite writer. The last book I read this month was Twisted Hate from the Twisted series. Now keep in mind, I'm actually like halfway through the last book in this series, which is Twisted Lies. Personally, I feel like the last two books in this series weren't really giving in the plot department, okay? My favorite out of the series is definitely, hands down, Twisted Games. Twisted Games? Yeah. However, if you're reading this for this, okay, but other than that, like, it's okay. So that's pretty much it for April. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.